Hello YouTube, it's Duarte from Still Not A Millionaire, and in today's video I will tell you which industries I will look in the next weeks, the main players and the eventual investment opportunities that I think will be relevant in the long term and that aren't overvalued, because the overall market, as we will see, is still a lot driven by the stimulus still occurring due to the COVID-19, and I want to avoid joining the crowd and investing in all these companies that you know, but that in my opinion are extremely overvalued for now. So let's jump right into our script. Let's go into what matters and the industries that I will be looking for in the next weeks. In the previous week, I talked about cannabis, and I've seen three of the major companies: Aurora Cannabis, Canopy Growth, and Tilray, I believe. And we saw that the companies are still facing a lot of struggle. But this week there were some good news about cannabis, and once again, as we have seen, the news and the outlook for the industry are relatively good, with the expected growth in demand and more states. I think this week more states in the US have I've agreed to legalize the usage of cannabis. I think also for recreational purposes in some cases. So I think that this trend of legalization and supporting this industry will continue. And also, when we look at some technical analysis, we can see that we have here the 50-day SMA, and then in the darker blue the 200-day SMA. And as you can see, it is showing some signs of inverting the trend, if you believe in so, but nevertheless the room is still significant to grow if we look only at the price chart. As we have seen, these companies are burning a lot of cash. Nevertheless, I think that this won't disappear, namely, for example, Kronos Group, which is one of the largest companies in Canopy Growth, which is one of the largest producers of in the industry. Aurora Cannabis is also one large producer, but as you can see, overall every company is showing negative profit margins. Okay, I think Kronos has a small profit, but it is associated with the activity in the derivatives market. So even though they tell you here that they had a positive net income, this is like 100% associated with the activity in the derivatives market. Nevertheless, I think that this week I will follow that strategy that I've told you before for the pharmaceutical companies, where I will invest a little bit on each one of these companies. I think Aurora Cannabis and also Kronos and Canopy Growth. I'll try to put, I don't know, probably like 50 euros, $50 in each one of these, and I will see how it goes. It's also an incentive for myself to keep paying attention to this industry. That is important. Okay, the second industry I wanted to tell you, and the second and the third, are associated with innovation in the agriculture and in the dairy industries. Okay, not dairy, in the meat industries, I'm sorry. First, in the agricultural why first of all have I chosen these industries? Because I think that first, these haven't been taking much attention by investors. Okay, because people are always investing in tech stocks, pure tech stocks, and in fact this industry is one of the most important ones, because it's in the foundation of every society, and with the increasing wealth of people also want to eat better and even eat healthier. I think that it is an unquestionable trend for the future. So I want to bet early on, and I think that it is still quite early on to invest in these kind of companies that are investing in the future. Okay, for example, you probably have heard already about Beyond Meat, that is trying to develop a plant-based meat solution and has been getting quite some success. Okay, and as you can see, for example, we are in Beyond Meat. Okay, since March. Okay, it already recovered most of its gains, but nevertheless it is showing some sideways trend, and I think that it is in the normal range as observed before. Of course, the company made its IPO around May of previous year, so we don't have many historical data. Nevertheless, it is still showing some increase in revenues. Revenues increased a lot, more than 2 times. Okay, from 87 million to almost 300 million, still showing a loss, nevertheless. Okay, but this is still a growing industry, as I've told you, and I think that it still has a lot of room to grow. Even in the agricultural, now going to the agricultural side, the main companies I've observed as a potential opportunity investment are these ones. Okay, you can see the ticker symbols and search for yourself. Okay, I won't talk about all of this, but I'm more inclined to search more about this first. This company Bayer. Okay, it is also a pharmaceutical. It is a company that also operates in the healthcare. Okay, and you probably know it better by the pharmaceutical side of the company, but in fact, and is something that I've also recently found, that the company is also developing several efforts and even acquired some companies that are pretty relevant in the agricultural industry. So the idea here is still the same, to innovate in the agriculture and the way we our food is created. Okay, always in the healthier side, always looking for healthier and more sustainable solutions. Okay, regarding in the more technical side of things, I've also watched one company. Let me see where it is. I think that it is, no, not this one. Oh, it is this one, Tyson Foods. This is basically a meat company. Okay, a traditional US meat company with several farms and raises chickens and porks and so on. Even though I don't want to invest in such company, I've seen that this company is making a lot of investment also to develop other solutions. So the main focus of the company is to provide quality protein. Okay, and everyone needs protein and wants to eat quality foods. Okay, so I think this company has everything, because even though I desire that in the future no one eats meat, or at least most of us don't need to eat meat to kill other animals and so on in order to fulfill our nutritional needs, I think that this company has a good balance of both sides. It also has a good dimension. Okay, and even in technical terms, you can see that of course it also recovered a significant amount since March, but it still shows some signs of trending sideways. It is recently breaking. It seems to be breaking this level of resistance. Okay, so it is also a good technical indicator. SMAs, looking at the daily SMAs, you can also see that the 50-day SMA, shorter term, is crossing upwards the longer SMA, which is also a buy signal. For those of you who believe in technical analysis, I know that not every one of you believes in it. I think that it is a good addition to your trading strategy. So let's see, I really believe that this will be a good opportunity, and I will enter I will search first more about this company, but I think that this will be in fact a bet, and I will invest in this one during this week and the first part of this week. This will be my main industries that I will see in the next week. I have already some investment ideas from each of these categories, as I've told you. But first I want to see that if these are really good investment opportunities and the efforts that they are making. But overall, I think that we can have here some interesting opportunities. So feel free to join me in the journey, subscribe, leave your like, and I will see you on the next week.